All right, welcome back, everyone. I'm Marvin Jackson, and Donna Hopkins is here with me. And we are joined by the Bowie State University football coach Damon Wilson and wide receiver Niamey Manns. Thanks for spending time with us, guys.
Thanks for having us.
All right, and I know you're preparing this week for a big road game against Division I Central Connecticut State. Talk about that.
A very good football team. They're a football team. They're starting off 0-2 this year. But I know Coach Pete and his staff will have the guys ready to play. We played those guys last year and lost a very close ball game. But anytime we get to take our program on the road to play a 1AA opponent, we're excited about the opportunity, and I feel very good about our chance to win the ball game.
All right, and you're coming off a great season in 2015. You ran the table in the CIAA, but you lost the championship game down in Durham to Winston-Salem State.
Correct.
And then you lost in the Division II playoffs, but at least the NCAA realized how good you guys were. Even though you lost the championship, you went to the playoffs. How was that coming back this season?
Well, I'm a coach, and I'm big on reference points. You know, and I think experience is the best teacher. We've had some guys, over 80 players last year, experienced the defeat in the championship game. Those guys also went on to the playoffs with us and experienced another defeat there. Those guys come back hungry. They know what to expect now. They know what it's like to play in the conference championship, and know what it's like to be one of 25 teams that are invited to the NCAA playoffs. So they're excited to get back and finish what we started last year.
All right, and we've got one of your big playmakers on offense right here with us, Niamey Manns. And Niamey, talk about your game and, you know, what kind of receiver you are on offense.
Well, me, I mean, I'm definitely a physical receiver. I'm 6'3", 215, so I definitely use my body a lot because defensive backs is never usually my size. Also, I have great speed, great breakaway speed. So basically, I just have an overall all-around game. You know, I train hard, work hard on every single aspect of my game. This off-season, I wanted to work more so on just my IQ, being more of a student of the game, being in the film room, just the little things that's going to take me to the next level.
Mm-hmm. And Coach, your players seem to know a lot about football. I know you've said before that a lot of the scouts say that your players know football.
I mean, I take my hats off to my coordinators and my coaches. I don't believe in coaching Division II football. I believe in coaching football. And if we get that across to our guys, they will be able to have success at the next level and understand the game that is taught at the highest level. You have to be a smart football player in order to play for Bowie State University.
Niamey, you've been picked as one of the people who may win the Player of the Year. I guess it's HBCU Player of the Year of all HBCUs.
Yeah.
And that's by the Black College Hall of Fame. Talk about that, being selected that high as one of the top people.
Well, that right there is definitely a blessing. Yeah. It's just, I just gotta give all thanks to the man above. Just from hard work, I just gotta thank my coaches, my teammates, all the older guys who passed it down to me. It definitely is a great feeling, but more so I just want to get this championship. All the accolades and everything is going to come, but that championship always going to be there.
You guys are high-powered. I mean, you score a lot of points. You and a couple other guys told me you guys were going to average 40 points or more a game, and you're averaging 50 already. You know, talk about the feeling that when you guys, I asked your coach, you know, recently, I said, did you know those guys were that good? He said, yeah, I knew, you know. So I told him that you guys had predicted you'd score at least 40 points a game, and it seems like you're doing it. But talk about your other guys on offense. You got some great running backs. Talk about those guys. You know, we've got Williams, Chesson, the quarterback, Amir Hall.
Those guys, it starts with recruiting. You know, we have a certain type of kid we're looking for in the recruiting process, not just as the type of athlete, but student, person, you know, person of high character, and they're a guy that's going to buy into our program. And Robert Chesson, he's a guy that when I recruited out of high school, he decided to go to another school, but then he ended up transferring back home to Bowie State. He's a guy, I think the first half I watched a game I was recruiting him. The second game I was more so watching as a fan when he was in high school. The kid broke every Maryland State record in rushing. And then the guy Maurice Williams, same thing.
And where was Chesson in
In high school, he was at Old Mill High School.
Okay.
And Maurice Williams was at St. Francis High School in Baltimore. I mean, those guys are very special with the football in their hands. And like I told you the other day, Marvin, I feel very confident in everyone on our team. You know, Naima Washington went down with an injury in camp, and Amir Hall stepped right in, ready to roll. I mean, our system is our system, but we're gonna have someone's name's gonna be in the paper. We don't care whose name is gonna be. We're gonna score points, and we're gonna stop other teams from scoring points.
And every week it seems like you guys are always in the CIAA honors for the week.
Right.
I mean, you were receiver of the week the first 2 weeks of the season. Right. Your running backs of the week, quarterback. Amir Hall, talk about him, man. He's quarterback of the week, and he's your second string quarterback.
He's a guy that really put a lot of time in with Coach Mo in the film room during the offseason. Naima Washington did a great job even mentoring him. And those guys compete on a consistent basis. And it's a good situation. He's out of Riverdale Baptist. All of our guys are local. You know, majority of our team is local. And out of 100 players, I want to say 95 of them are from Maryland and or Washington, D.C. So, you know, we do a lot of recruiting here. We're homegrown, and we like to take the show on the road, and that's what we're going to do this weekend.
Good offensive line.
Bang
you got
five.
a couple of real big names there, Justin Nestor and Victor Tumba. I mean, those guys.
Deontay
really,
Jordan.
Yeah.
You got Brian Redmond and Darius Johnson. We call them the Bang Five.
I mean, you should see these guys are big too. They not only are good, but they are big. Right. You know, I know you feel good having them with you.
Great feeling.
Yeah.
And all those guys are on course to graduate on time. You know, those guys we redshirted their first year, and those guys have really brought into the program. Those guys are graduating in May, and we'll be back next year for their senior year. So those guys, most of them will be in grad school playing next year. So it's great to have guys that, like I say, buy into your program and get it done on the field and in the classroom.
Talk about your defense. You got Gates, Ramon Kamara,
and Kayvon Townsend, and Antoine Young. We have some guys that really get after it. You know, some older guys, some guys that Ramon and Antoine are actually in graduate school. Playing their last year of eligibility. Gates is a guy that's graduating in December. So, you know, we have some guys that really get after buying to what we're doing. And, you know, we're going to go as far as those guys take us.
Did they give you a hard way to go, the defensive guys, when you're out there in practice?
Yeah, in practice, like, it's always definitely competitive. I mean, it's never nothing personal. Like that right there just transpires over the game day. Like competing in practice every day. Like I feel like we got the best defense in the nation. So me going against them, me and the offense going against them every day in practice, like it can't do nothing but make us better.
All right. Well, anytime you beat somebody 52-0, that means good offense and good defense, right? And you got good special teams. Right. I mean, you pick up a new kicker, Gene Carson, is just phenomenal. A freshman out of Glen Park.
Yes. And his dad is an alum of the university.
Okay.
So it's great to get a second generation student at your university and representing our program and doing a great job so far as a freshman kicker.
And so let's talk about this schedule. You got Fayetteville State coming up at home. You've got Virginia State homecoming.
Right.
And then you got Elizabeth City State on November 5th. Right. And talk about this big Virginia State matchup, homecoming. It's going to be the CIAA TV game in a week also, right?
It is, and that's going to be special once we get there. Of course, we have some other weeks before we get to homecoming, and we're not going to overlook anybody. It's a dogfight every week.
All the time. They always say the next game is the big game.
Right, exactly.
I know they tell me that.
But it's a good opportunity for us to have local TV and our national TV coverage for our homecoming game. You know, we're going to be on ESPN, I think,
that's
1 week,
Virginia Union
next
week,
and then we're on Aspire, the Virginia State game.
Right.
So it's great just to let these guys display their talent on a national level.
All right, and talk about. You know, we were joking about what you would do for the Redskins.
Right.
I mean, what did you see in that game with the Redskins?
He would have put in Josh Norman.
I'm a big fan of.
He would have put Naimi in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I believe in putting best on best. You know, if Josh Norman's my best and Brown is their best, we're going to play best on best and go from there. I'm quite sure Coach Gruden to get those guys together and they'll make the necessary adjustments because that's my team, and I respect those guys as coaches, and I know they'll do a good job make the necessary adjustments.
All right. Any predictions? Dallas, Washington?
Oh, Redskins.
Okay.
I'm definitely going Dallas.
Okay, you're
down.
going. Okay, now,
I'm going down.
you told me that you met some players. They weren't Dallas Cowboys, were they?
I mean, they wasn't, but I mean,
Okay.
you got to go with Dez Bryant. I'm just going off receiver. Like, he's just a great receiver.
No, but when you look at the receivers for the Redskins, Deshaun Jackson and all of those guys, Pierre.
So, who are your
Come
favorite
on.
receivers in the NFL?
In the NFL, my favorite receiver is Brandon Marshall.
Okay.
I definitely try
Like
to.
that swagger.
You kind of have a Brandon Marshall.
I definitely try to
swagger
like
there,
my
you know.
game is of his
Okay.
big receiver.
The size.
Right.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
do it all.
Okay. Yeah, good. So, you said you've met some players. What
Yes.
players have you
Well, Carly Lee, start with
Okay,
him.
of
I played
course.
with
Yeah,
him
used
for
to
2
be at Bowie State.
Right, definitely.
Yeah.
I played with him for 2 years. Douglas McNeil.
Also a Bowie State grad.
Right.
Yeah.
Over the summer, I trained with a bunch of league guys, Rodney McLeod. The list goes on, honestly. Like, I met a lot of guys, just learned a lot from them. Just different things just to get me to that level. So learning from them is always great.
Looks like you're headed that way. All right, Donna, any prediction? Dallas, Washington. You got about 30 seconds.
All I'm going to say is they better run that ball. Learn how to run
Got to
that
have a
ball.
running game. The
I think it's going to be
NFC East,
closer.
right?
I think that if everybody look at that Pittsburgh game and think it's going to be like that, they'll be mistaken right there.
All right. Well, we are out of time, folks.
Really?
Thanks to Coach Wilson and wide receiver Naimi Mans.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you guys.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
I'm so happy y'all not playing Fairmont
make sure
then
you
with
get
those
out and
kind of-
catch those home games this season.
We try.
Yeah.
Everybody. They are averaging 50 points a game, and it's a must-see. Thanks to Donna Hopkins for joining me again, co-hosting with me. And I'm Marvin Jackson. Tune in again next week on the Sideline Report. We'll see you later, everybody.
I'm going to have to come check Bowie out.
Yeah.